Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy G. Want to go ahead and talk about Adolescence. Just got done watching it. Me and the wife stayed up 2 in the morning last night watching the show. Pretty intense, very real, but I really thought it was a great piece of work. Um, Man, if you haven't seen it yet, please don't want it spoiled. I don't want to spoil it for you because it was a great freaking show. So if you haven't seen it, don't want it spoiled. Hey, please turn away, but come back and watch us, and and definitely hear us talk about it. But man, what a show, man! 4 episodes, about an hour each apiece. Just breaking it down, starts off. I mean, just couple bright spots before I really get into it. Before I start going on little tangents here, just what a great acting, one, and then I love the camera work. I never went to film school or nothing like that, so I don't know the terminology. So please forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's like still shot, where they're just focusing on one area, one room. Tarantino, I think, is like famous for. He always has like those long conversations, which it's just that tense buildup, which um, that's some of my favorite things I like, to watch for sure. Um, but this show truly mastered that. They used it well, I guess I could say. Um, but first episode starts off right. You got Mr. It says Miller's Plumbing, shows a home, suburban area. Looks like it's in the British Wales of Britain, and shows a SWAT team just comes in busting in, right? Imagine a family. Like, I couldn't imagine coming busting in, my little girls and my wife. I mean, we would all be freaked the hell out, I mean, what else would you expect? Well, father's like, I didn't do nothing. Which Stephen Graham, by the way, I mean, he actually was one of the writers and creators of it. But great actor. I mean, if you haven't seen him, I mean, I personally remember him as Al Capone from Boardwalk Empire, but he was in Pirates of the Caribbean. I also remember he was in Snatch as well. Just a great actor, and I thought he definitely hit it on the head with this show here. But buses in, tells the wife, get on the ground. Daughter's in the bathroom, get on the ground. Apparently, they're looking for the son. The son is 13 years old, being accused of murder. I couldn't imagine. I have an 11-year-old, and I couldn't imagine. Boy, of course they grab him, pisses himself. I mean, hell, who the hell wouldn't? Grab him, take him to the station, and then it really shows an in-depth, of the procedures and protocols that go in place with, of course, being accused of being murder or any crime really, and being charged with such crime. I thought it was really intense, and I think that it showed just definitely a realism to just what happens. And young boys being accused of murder. Excuse my French there. Forgot how to speak for a second. So cops start interrogating him, figure out what's going on, asking him, "Hey, why'd you do it?" Come to find out, it was a little girl, same age, same class, was stabbed to death. Cops have footages of him and his friends. He has footage of the boy. Well, still shots from what they call the CCTV. I believe it's their surveillance, and have shots of him following this girl. Has a confrontation with this girl on video in a parking lot, and has on video the boy stabbing the girl to death. Now, you don't get to see his face. However, just through their surveillance, I mean, wearing the same clothes, same shoes. I mean, it's pretty obvious, His father, of course, is his guard. He picks as his appropriate adult. They do things a little bit different over there in Britain, and but of course in the U.S. you have your guardian, who of course could be present with you. Well, he sees it. I mean, I couldn't imagine seeing my son commit murder. So that was pretty tough for him. And so leave it at that. We go to the second episode where it shows the detectives, and the detectives are going into the school, really digging in deep to find out a little bit more about what was going on at the school. And then it of course unveils a few things, right? Well, the girl was bullying the boy. No excuse for him to go in there and stab the girl to death, but it gives a little perspective. And it also shows a great relationship, a strained relationship between the detective and his son, who of course attends this school, which I believe he said he was 2 years older than, of course, the boy Jamie, who was being charged with murder. And it just shows you the realism, and it was a good perspective for me. I got to see how things are over there in the UK, and just how people are, and these young men are dealing with some of the same things young men are dealing with over here. Same with young women. We're all dealing with the same things, it seems like nowadays. But to get back to it, then we get to the third episode. Probably one of the great pieces of television, at least this year. I think from an episode standpoint, it's called The Psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist is of course coming to visit Jamie. Jamie has been in this center, which is pretty much technically for the mentally insane, and he's 7 months there now. Of course, after the first day of getting arrested, and the psychiatrist apparently has a relationship with him. Starts off, gives him a cup of hot chocolate. She knows how he likes it. Puts the marshmallows in there, which I didn't know they called them sprinkles over there in the UK, which that's pretty freaking cool, to be honest with you. I like that a lot better. It's like, put some sprinkles on my hot coffee, or my hot chocolate. But definitely good stuff. But she, of course, is talking to this boy. Well, as it goes on, the boy has these outlashes. I mean, it just kind of gives us like, man, did he maybe have one of these? And she was reeling them back in. And then there's a certain part, I personally believe, where he switched up on her. Really, he says, "You're scared of a 13-year-old boy." He said, "How would people feel you being scared of a 13-year-old boy?" Right? I mean, very sadistic. You get a very good sense of that. And man, what a great piece of art, honestly, especially that third episode. But after his second outburst, she tells him this is her, and I think that it gives a clear indication that the boy really did it, even though he keeps saying that he didn't do it. But it's definitely a good piece of television. I do recommend anybody to watch it. But as we get into episode 4, this is just a nice recap for you guys. I'm not breaking it down in depth because I do want you guys all to see it, especially for those that haven't seen it or haven't seen all the episodes. But episode 4, it just starts off. It's the dad's birthday, and it's just him, his wife, and their daughter, and it's just showing you pretty much the aftermath of just after everything, and it's just showing you their day to day. They come out. People are spray painting on the dad's work van. It's his business, for God's sakes. I know it's what his son did, but of course, you can't blame the parents necessarily. They seem like good parents, especially from what they have shown. And the father was just a hardworking man, and they wrote nonce, which I didn't know was a term. I didn't even know what that means, but I looked it up, and it's apparently like calling someone a pedophile. Or their son. You just don't know. It's either him or his son, or he's saying he's being accused of doing that to his son. Is why he turned out the way he is, and this and that. But and it just shows you the kind of what they're dealing with, and just the heartbreak of a father, of a family, really. But man, what a good piece of television, guys. I do recommend, if you haven't seen it, please go see it. But thank you guys for listening. Please tune in, and hey, catch you guys on the flip side. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.